Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Buckeye Racing Network. I'm Tyler Bentley. Alongside me in the booth is a special guest tonight. I've got my brother Nathan Bentley helping me on the call. Tim Henderson is away tonight, out at a racetrack, getting ready for a big weekend of racing up at Watkins Glen. So my brother Nathan is filling in to have some fun, take in another race at Lanier Speedway with the Short Track Rivals Racing Limited Late Model Division. This is week number 9 in the series, and we are just about to conclude practice. Tyler Bickford up at the top of the timing chart with a lap time of 13.16. Matt Smith a 13.21. Gabe Griffin a 13.29. That's going to be the top 3 as practice concludes. Nathan, how are you doing tonight?
Great. Good time being here. I'm going to see what the series has to offer, and hopefully we see a bit of a battle for the lead here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys always seem to put on a good show week in and week out. Qualifying, though, is starting now. 5 minutes on the clock. We'll take a look at some of these drivers as they head out onto the racetrack to start their qualifying laps. One of the first drivers out onto the speedway, the driver, the number 51, Tyler Radabaugh. Out there, these drivers get 3 laps in qualifying. We'll see who sets tonight's quick time. Matt Smith, Anthony Ramsey, Ryan Ellis, Dean Reynolds all out onto the racetrack. Radabaugh comes around to complete lap number 1, a 14.64. Matt Smith, a 14.49. Make him number 1. Dean Reynolds just popped up there with a 14.55. Ryan Ellis a 14.79. How about that? Lap number 2, Radabaugh picks up to a 14.49 as well. He's even now with Matt Smith. Anthony Ramsey says hello, quick time for now at a 14.35. Anthony Ramsey in the 24. That looks like it shows 8 on the side of his race car, so. And his second lap right even there with a 14.35. So 2 similar lap times for Anthony. Let's see if he's able to improve here on his third. And lap number 3, he did pick up 14.27. Gabe Griffin a 14.36. Let's take a peek at him in the number 5 machine. Jason McManus just starting his qualifying run, as Gabe Griffin works down into turn 3 and 4 using the bottom side of this racetrack. Across the line. Lap number 3 a little slower, a 14.37. He's going to keep that 14.27. I see McManus working off of the bottom side of turn number 2 down the back straightaway for the final time in his qualifying. Here tonight he's going to use kind of a slider line out of 4. Let the car run up the hill. Let's see if he's able to pick up there, and does, to a 14.12. Great lap there for Jason McManus. Looks like 11 drivers have qualified. Only one that I see hasn't decided to take a time yet, and I believe he's heading out onto the track now, and that's Tyler Bickford in the 07. Nate, I know you don't get to watch too much racing in the sim, but what do you think so far as you've seen a little bit of practice and watching these drivers work their way around Lanier?
Seems like the track's slicking off rather soon here going into qualifying. Should be interesting to see how it looks and how these guys feel going into the feature for tonight's event.
Absolutely. Well said. Tyler Bickford, lap 1, a 14.41. Using the bottom here in 3 and 4. Let's car run up just a little bit out of 4 across the line. Complete lap 2. Picks up to a 14.28. 4th quick now. Now he's going to use the outside line this time out of turn 4. Across the line a little slower on lap 3. Runs a 14.38. He takes that 14.28. Good for 4th quick. All drivers now have completed their qualifying efforts, and Jason McManus, congratulations to him, as he is going to set tonight's quick time with a lap of 14.12 here at the Lanier Speedway. Awesome qualifying run for him here tonight. Just under a minute now left in the qualifying session. We'll see if race control goes ahead and moves us into our heat racing action. Should have 2 heats here and split these 12 drivers up. 2 heats of 6 apiece. And we've seen with these limited late models and the 305 sprints on Tuesday nights, gear changes are a really big deal in these cars. With the 305s and these limited late models, they don't have as much horsepower as the bigger motors in their relative classes. So momentum and gear changes are a very big deal. So these drivers will be adjusting and tweaking on that for sure here tonight. We'll have a couple of heat races. They'll get to look and see how those gears stack up in those heats. Again, Nathan said these corners are already starting to slick off. You see the black already developing, entering turns 3 and turns number 1. So it'll be interesting to see how these drivers decide to manage corner entries here tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for heat race number 1. On the front row is going to be Jason McManus and Gabe Griffin. Row 2 is going to be Ryan Howard and Joseph Groom. Row number 3 is going to be Matt Smith and Ryan Ellis. Pace truck already rolling down the front straightaway. Six drivers to compete for 8 laps. Nobody has to worry about the transfer spot as everybody gets to take part in tonight's 30-lap feature event. All right, Nate, 1 lap before we go green. You getting ready to watch these drivers do battle?
Absolutely. Should be interesting here.
2 by 2 by 2.
As long as these guys pace themselves, everyone, like you said, will make it into tonight's main event.
Jason McManus steps on the gas. Green flag is in the air. We are racing in heat race number 1 tonight. McManus going to kind of slide up across the nose of Gabe Griffin as they work out of turn number 2 and down into 3. McManus, Griffin, Howard, your top 3. Joseph Groom, Nathan, the first car on the outside line out of 4. Oh, no.
Oh, there's a big wreck corner entry of 1 there. Car around.
I believe Ryan Howard was the car that went around, and he's lost part of the deck lid on his race car, but he's got it back going and going to continue. Joseph Groom looks like he's going to bring his machine into the pit area. So a little bit of catastrophe to start heat race number 1. But back up front, Jason McManus and Gabe Griffin still lead the way. 3 laps down, 5 to go. Gabe Griffin's not letting Jason...
Looking to the inside. For the lead here, he's just not going to make it. As they battle for the lead.
Yeah, both these drivers are searching around for a grip. Gabe Griffin used the high line, now using the low line. Was even with Jason, exiting 2. Big time slider.
Slide job into 3. Can he clear him? And he will. Neck and neck down the front stretch in turn 1.
McManus going to battle back on the inside. Nothing doing that time. Gabe Griffin into the race lead. Oh, they're going to be side by side and almost contact out of 4. Just 2 laps to go in heat race number 1. What a battle for the lead here, Nate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nice, hard, clean racing. It's always fun to watch.
White flag in the air. Gabe Griffin with a 3-car length advantage. Matt Smith back there in 3rd. Ryan Ellis 4th. Ryan Howard 5th. Joseph Groom in the worker at a big...
coming in. Oh.
Big time effort out of Jason McManus. Yeah, he tried. Gabe Griffin going to bring home the checkered flag in heat number 1. Jason McManus will be 2nd. Matt Smith 3rd. Ryan Ellis 4th. Ryan Howard 5th. Go ahead, Nate.
Absolutely. What a battle there. Gabe Griffin seemed to find a line there 3 laps into that heat and was able to prevail to get him the win of that heat race against Jason McManus.
All right, starting lineup here for heat race number 2. On the front row is going to be Anthony Ramsey and Tyler Bickford. Row number 2 is going to be Dean Reynolds and Tyler Radaball. Row number 3 is going to be Xavier Chanel and Junior McDuff. Again, 6 cars battling for 8 laps in this one. Well, we've seen a great battle in heat race number 1. Both drivers able to use the top and the bottom to their advantage. We'll see how the likes of Tyler Bickford, Anthony Ramsey, and company work their way through this second heat race. All right. Field works their way into 1 and 2. Nate, you up to get us going here in heat race number 2?
I can give her a go here.
All right.
Cars coming to turn 3 here. Midway through 3 and 4. As they stomp on the loud pedal and take the green flag for heat race number 2.
Looks like Anthony Ramsey with the early advantage through 3 and 4, but Tyler Bickford, he was blinking a little bit and reappears, and he's on the inside, going to make the pass for the lead out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway.
But don't give up just yet, because here comes Anthony Ramsey coming back on the low side through 3 and 4. It's a drag race down the front stretch going into 1.
Ramsey, Bickford, side by side, but hey, Dean Reynolds, he's coming right into the conversation as well. It might be a 3-car battle here before long, as we're 3 laps down, 5 to go.
Neither one to give up an edge going down the back stretch into turn 3 here.
Bickford holding serve on the lower groove. Anthony Ramsey putting up a good fight on the outside. Bickford with a little bit of a slider out of turn 2 and takes the race lead for now, but Ramsey battles back on the inside.
What a battle here for the lead between Tyler Bickford and Anthony Ramsey.
Dean Reynolds
closed down on this heat race.
Absolutely, Dean Reynolds licking his chops. If these two make any contact, he's right there to take advantage of it. Looks like he's going to make the move.
Here comes with a slide job through turns 1 and 2.
Oh!
It takes second away from Ramsey.
Ramsey with a little bit of a tap to the rear bumper there of Dean Reynolds as the white flag is in the air for Tyler Bickford out front. Just about a car length and a half advantage as he works down into turn 3 with a defensive line on the bottom. And out of turn number 4, Tyler Bickford wins heat 2. Dean Reynolds brings it home second. Anthony Ramsey third. Junior McDuff holds on for 4th. Xavier Chanel 5th. And Tyler Radaball brings it home here in 6th. That's going to be
an absolute blast. Watch these guys run that heat race. Tyler?
Absolutely. It's always a good time. 2 heat races now in the books. 5 minutes on the clock. This is going to be the final warm-up session for these drivers before we get into tonight's 30-lap feature event. So everybody going to be making their way out of the pit area to head back out onto the racing surface and dial those cars in for the final time. Here again, if you're tuning in for the first time on the Buckeye Racing Network, we certainly appreciate it. Let us know who you're pulling for. We always enjoy seeing those messages come across the chat. And again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you'll know each and every time we go live. While these drivers work their way through our warm-up session just about 4 minutes ago, we are going to step aside and get a word from our partners over at Premier Racing Setups. All right, everybody, welcome back in here. Just about 40 seconds left in our warm-up session. Jason McManus, Dean Reynolds, Ryan Howard top the timing charts with lap times of 14.19, 14.32, and 14.35 respectively. Only one driver has decided to not post a time in our warm-up session, and that is the 51 of Tyler Radeball. Again, final adjustments been made to these cars. These drivers are ready to go and battle it out in our feature event. All zeros on the clock. That means it's time to look at our starting lineup. Starting on the front row is going to be Gabe Griffin and Tyler Bickford. Row number 2 is going to be Jason McManus and Dean Reynolds. Row 3 is going to be Matt Smith and Anthony Ramsey. Row 4 will be Ryan Ellis and Junior McDuff. Row 5 will be Ryan Howard and Xavier Chanel. And row number 6 is going to be Joseph Groom and Tyler Radeball. All 12 drivers ready to go. There's a couple of them have already started rolling down the front straightaway. Two by two they roll through turns 1 and 2. All right, Nate, Tim and I have a tradition before the feature gets green. We always pick our driver to watch. Who's going to be your driver to watch in our feature?
Great question, Tyler. I'm new here, so I'm going to go out on a limb, and I am going to say I'll have to go with Dean Reynolds on this one, Tyler.
Dean Reynolds, I'm going to take Tyler Bickford. The green flag is in the air. We're ready to rock and roll for 30 laps at Lanier. Matt Smith with the early advantage down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Tyler Bickford follows him closely behind. Dean Reynolds right there in third. Ryan Ellis tried to make a move to the inside as, oh, so close. Junior McDuff, Ryan Howard really close, and Dean Reynolds almost had to jump on the brakes, as well as Anthony Ramsey getting into turn 3 as we're 3 wide and they're beating and banging out of turn 4, and 2 cars crashing, 3 cars crashing heavily on the front straightaway. My goodness, more than that. I think there was 5, half of the field involved in that one.
Yellow thrown for sure.
Let's go back and decipher this just a little bit.
These guys are just fighting for every ounce of traction down the front stretch and searching through the corners. Hard racing. Nobody wanting to give an edge on anybody here.
Yeah, Ryan Howard make contact with Ryan Ellis, and those two continue to hit each other. And then Junior McDuff made contact with Jason McManus. Joseph Groom had nowhere to go. Heavy contact, the 666 machine. Heavy contact, broken right front, and then the crash continued down into turn 1. You see at the top of the screen, the 1 and the 04 and the 55 still beating and banging on one another, and there was the 51 who spun completely around. So not many cars left that one unscathed to start out, as a bunch of them are in the pit area for service. Jason McManus, Ryan Howard, Matt Smith, Junior McDuff, Xavier Chanel, and Joseph Groom all in the pit area. Looks like McManus is rejoining. As we're already 2 by 2, I believe the green flag is going to come back out while some of these guys are still in the pit area. Yeah, it looks like the pace lights are still on, so Ryan Howard's going to rejoin the field. Xavier Chanel rejoins as well. I believe race control is going to try to give as much time as they can to these drivers. Junior McDuff heading out of the pit area now. But the pace truck is leaving. Tyler Bickford jumps back on the gas. Green flag is back in the air. We're back underway. Crazy battle into turn 1 and 2. Dean Reynolds, Anthony Ramsey. Close battling. Joseph Groom is leaving his pit box and going to try to rejoin the racing action here. 3 wide for the lead. Anthony Ramsey, Dean Reynolds, Tyler Bickford, 3 wide, and the second caution flag is displayed here tonight. Let's go back and take a look at this. I believe it happened with the 666 machine of Xavier Chanel. See him working the outside here in 3 and 4. He just got a little high, hit the outside wall, and that car spun all the way around, and he came to a stop at the inside of the front straightaway right in front of the leaders. That's the reason for the yellow flag to be displayed. Xavier had to bring his car to the attention of his crew in the work area. But Nathan, we seen that crazy 3 wide action right before the yellow flag came out for the second time.
Yeah, Tyler. Like I said, the track's starting to slick off. Guys are going to start to pick and choose their lines, find anything they can for traction, and try to get an edge over somebody else to take and get that position to try to go for that win tonight, Tyler.
Yeah, absolutely. They're 2x2. Tyler Bickford, Dean Reynolds on the front row. Just 4 laps complete. When they get the green flag here, it'll be 5. Pace truck off. Green flag is back in the air. We're back underway. Bickford, Reynolds clear in first and second. Battle is on for third between Jason McManus and Anthony Ramsey. Oh my, who is that? Ryan Ellis makes a little contact with Anthony Ramsey. Almost spun him out. Look at Jason McManus's move. Clear down on the inside. 3 wide down the back straightaway and into turn number 3.
3 wide as they continue through 3 and 4 here. Dean Reynolds searching in the middle for something, anything to get out of that honey hole, I call it.
Yeah, and I think that middle groove is going to prevail. Dean Reynolds into the lead for the first time here tonight, but Jason McManus has something to say about that as he works the inside of the racetrack. What a crazy, awesome battle for the lead.
Absolutely, Tyler. Jason McManus said, "Nuh-uh, big boy. If I have anything to say about it, I'm coming for that lead."
Yeah, no kidding. McManus is coming for the lead. He was just involved in one of the accidents a little bit earlier, and here he is battling for the lead here with 21 laps to go. Dean Reynolds going to be following closely behind in third. As we take a peek back to the field, Anthony Ramsey 4th, Ryan Howard 5th. Tyler Radeball in that oh-so-familiar line all the way down on the bottom, close to the inside wall. Matt Smith works the outside to try to pass him. That's a battle for the 6th position. But back up front, Nathan, a fierce battle still rages on between Dean Reynolds and Jason McManus.
Can Dean Reynolds hold on to come across that line of checker flag for tonight's main event win? We'll find out as Jason McManus battling on the low side, feeling a lot of speed down there. Will that middle line give out, Tyler?
One car stopped at the entry to turn number 1. I believe that's Xavier Chanel, but we're still green. All drivers worked their way around without too much of an issue. But McManus, and look at Dean Reynolds still battling hard there in the middle part of the racetrack. Tyler Bickford still right there within distance if Reynolds and McManus happen to get tangled up at any point. Anthony Ramsey has slowly reeled this top 3 back in, and he's lurking in fourth. Battle on in fifth. Matt Smith picking up another spot, move him into the top 5. Ryan Howard moves back 1 to 6th. A little further back, Gabe Griffin solo 7th. And then Tyler Radaball up on the outside, battling the 11 machine of Joseph Groom for position number 8.
Going for the lead going into turn 3. Slide job through 3 and 4 as Jason McManus tries to take the lead coming across the line, and he does from Dean Reynolds as they continue the battle through 1 and 2 here, Tyler.
Absolutely. McManus holds on to it for now, but Reynolds still within striking distance. It looks like McManus separates himself by a half a car, make it a full car now as they work through 1 and 2. Our top 3 running single file. As I say that, Reynolds makes a move back on the inside.
Can Dean Reynolds find something back in that middle line, or will he search around to find traction elsewhere to take back that lead, Tyler?
Yeah, it looks like he's starting to move down a little bit lower to see if there's any more grip down there. This time McManus and Reynolds run a similar line through turns 1 and 2. Reynolds drives it in deep into 3 and lets the car slide up as we have a crazy battle for 4th and 5th. Matt Smith kind of bullied his way into 4th as there was contact made between himself and Anthony Ramsey. So move Matt Smith into 4th. Anthony Ramsey back 1 to 5th. Across the line this time, just 8 laps to go, and Jason McManus is up to a 7/10 of a second advantage now over Dean Reynolds. And Dean Reynolds is trying everything to reel him back in. Tyler Bickford running there nicely on the final podium spot. Then there's Matt Smith, Anthony Ramsey, Ryan Howard, Gabe Griffin, Joseph Groom, Ryan Ellis, and I believe there's an issue. Tyler Radaball brought out the yellow flag. We're going to have to go back and take a peek at this. Let's pick it up at the exit of turn 2 here. Works down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Up on the high line where he doesn't usually run, and the car kind of rode the wall. It kind of sucked him in and broke the right front suspension on his machine, and he had to get that car in a hurry to his crew in the work area. No other cars involved in that one, though. As we are underneath 10 laps to go, that means from here on out, any restarts that come up will be single file. A quick rundown through the field. Jason McManus, Dean Reynolds, Tyler Bickford, Matt Smith, 3rd and 4th. 5th, Anthony Ramsey, and then Ryan Howard. After that is Gabe Griffin, Joseph Groom, Ryan Ellis round out the cars on the lead lap. Junior McDuff scored 1 lap down. Then Tyler Radaball in 11th and Xavier Chanel in 12th. 8 laps down. Pace truck off, green flag back in the air. Just 6 laps remain. Does anybody have anything for Jason McManus? Dean Reynolds, though, under fire from Tyler Bickford and Matt Smith. Matt Smith takes a peek to the inside of Bickford as they go down into 1. They are 3 wide. Matt Smith and Bickford make contact, but the yellow flag waves once again. Junior McDuff, Ryan Ellis side by side. McDuff slid up through the middle, and Ellis just kind of gave him some help. And around went McDuff, and he brought that car to a stop right in the middle of the front straightaway. They had no choice but to throw the yellow flag that time, as Junior McDuff does get that car going the right direction. I don't believe anybody had any significant damage from that. Jason McManus has to deal with another restart here with 5 laps to go. Remember,
will anybody have anything for Jason McManus with a short run here?
Yeah, and very short it's going to be. As the lights go out this time on the pace truck, that means the green flag will wave next time round. Nate, you want to get us going on this restart?
Here they go as Jason McManus stomps all out, pedal to take the field. Back to green. 27 laps down.
Yeah,
Gonna be here.
McManus pulled out to a 7/10 of a second advantage over the rest of the field. 3 laps to go. Reynolds under heavy fire from the 07 of Tyler Bickford. Matt Smith trying to get some momentum going there in the 4th place position, but so far single file through the top 4, make it 5 and 6 positions. First car on the outside, that's Gabe Griffin back there in the 5 machine. This time Tyler Bickford moves up to the outside. Matt Smith looked to take advantage to the inside through 1 and 2. They make a little contact as they work out of turn 4. White flag waving for race leader Jason McManus. 1 second the advantage down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Checkered flag in the air. Jason McManus wins the feature here tonight. Dean Reynolds comes home in second. Third goes to your points leader this season. Up to this point, Matt Smith. We'll get to talk to those 3 here in just a couple of moments. Tyler Bickford comes home 4th. Anthony Ramsey 5th. Ryan Howard 6th. Gabe Griffin will be 7th. Joseph Groom 8th. 9th to Ryan Ellis. 10th to Junior McDuff. 11th goes to Tyler Radeball. And 12th goes to Xavier Chanel. What an awesome feature event here tonight. Nate, any thoughts? What did you think here tonight of the racing action you witnessed with the short track Rivals Racing Limited Late Model Division?
What an absolute blast I had being able to come in and fill in for Tim. Fortunately, he couldn't be here tonight. But this league seems to offer a fast-paced, exciting race throughout the entire thing. Whether it's heat races of the future, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, Tyler.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys always put on a good show for us here on the Buckeye Racing Network. We're going to kick off tonight's interviews talking to our 3rd place finisher, Matt Smith. Hey, Matt, it's Tyler and Nathan up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Sure do.
All right, man. Another solid run for you here this week. Finishing right at the tail end of the podium in 3rd. Coming into the night, points leader. Going to leave tonight still the points leader. Picked up a couple of spots in the feature. Was trying to get up there in the closing laps. Maybe if we would have stayed green, you had something figured out on the inside part of the racetrack.
Yeah, actually, it came in good towards the end. In the beginning, I got kind of taken out. Had to start from the back and work my way up to the 3rd. I think Tyler said he had something wrong with his car to where it allowed me to squeak by.
Yeah, absolutely. You had to battle with him there in the closing laps. Nathan, do you have anything to ask Matt?
Seemed like you had a little bit, maybe with a little bit more laps, you could have ran down Dean Reynolds there. Anything you think you could have done different to get that 2nd place finish tonight, Matt?
Oh, yeah, I just needed more laps to where I could probably catch him and then try to get by him clean.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on that 3rd place finish, Matt.
Thank you. I got to hold on to that points lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we let you go, Matt, anybody you need to thank?
I thank you guys for broadcasting, putting on a good show, and STRR for throwing it on, and then everyone that comes out and races with us every week.
All righty, Matt. Well, we certainly appreciate you getting a word in here with us, and we'll let you celebrate your 3rd place finish.
Sounds good. Hopefully I see you guys next week.
Absolutely, you as well. Again, that was our 3rd place finisher, Matt Smith. We'll move on and get a word in here with our 2nd place finisher tonight, Mr. Dean Reynolds.
Go.
Hey, Dean, it's Tyler and Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Doing absolutely fantastic. You bring that car home in the 2nd spot, able to improve a couple there in the feature. Had the lead for a minute. Battled with Jason McManus there. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, I was talking to Jason in the Discord there, and I didn't realize this league was open set limited late model. I didn't have a single set, so I tried the iRacing base in the practice, and I said, it's okay. And then I started looking, so I moved over a pro late model set from Lanier, and I said, let me give it a shot. And I go, I feel okay. And but Jason was definitely faster. He earned it. He got me, ran me clean, ran me. It was a lot of fun. And congrats to him. But you know what? It's funny, all these races that you guys have done with Regal and everybody else, I finally got to talk to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We always see you out participating, and it's great to finally get to talk to you here. Nathan, do you have anything to ask Dean?
I think you got it covered, Tyler.
All right. Well, Dean, before we let you go, we always ask everybody, anybody you'd like to thank here tonight?
Well, I didn't even know what pain I had for a limited late model, but I'm part of that Full Throttle Motorsports team, so I got to thank those guys. Even though we're a big block 358 team and we dab a little bit in the sprints, I got to thank those guys. Always a great bunch of guys to be a part of. Got to thank Short Track Rivals for giving me a place to play. I've been seeing some of the 305 races and some of the limited late model races. I said one of these days I'm going to dab in, and tonight it worked out. And I'm glad. Hopefully I can run some more because very enjoyable. And Tyler, thank for you and Buckeye for doing the telecast. I've reached out there a little while ago to see what your availability is. We might be reaching out for you again to, maybe do some telecasts and such. And you and Nathan do a great job. So I got to thank you guys as well. And I don't know if there's any sponsors for the league, but I want to thank them if there are, because that there probably is a sponsor for you guys to get paid to be on here. So we got to thank the sponsors for the league as well.
Absolutely, Dean. Well said from you here tonight. We certainly appreciate you talking to us. We'll let you celebrate your second place finish.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Again, that was second place finisher Dean Reynolds. Let's move on and talk to our winner here tonight. Hey, Jason, it's Tyler and Nathan up in the booth. Do you got a copy? Hey, Jason, Tyler and Nathan up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
What's up? New face.
Yeah,
Nathan.
How's it going, Jason? What a race tonight! What an absolute run you had.
Oh man, the car felt so good. I don't know where it came from either.
Well, I'll tell you what, awesome run for you here. Nathan said it. You it was caught up in the mix-up early on in the feature, got back out there, battled your way up, had a great battle with a good clean battle with Dean Reynolds for the lead, and just was able to pull away there in the closing laps. What worked for you so well here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, this track, it was really slicked off. The track died away really quick in the feature, and it was really about throttle control and knowing how to keep your car straight as possible in the corners. And that first wreck, I thought it was donezo. It was just a racing deal. They got loose. One of them got tight. One of them pushed up, hit each other. It happens. I mean, part of racing. But I mean, I got back out there. I found something on the bottom, and I stuck to it. And somehow, some way, I ended up winning the race. So here we are.
Yeah, absolutely a fantastic run for you here tonight. Nathan, do you have anything to ask Jason?
Oh, as the famous words Doc said from Cars, man. The car just seemed to float like a butterfly and sting like a beaver. Or a bee to get you into the lead tonight and get you that victory. Congratulations there, Jason.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. And Jason, before we let you go here tonight, who do you need to thank?
Oh, man. I got to thank you guys for putting on the amazing broadcast. I got to thank Matt, Dana, all these guys over at STRR for giving us this amazing league that we run. I got to thank my cousin who owns Knott's Towing. He helps me a lot with like setups and stuff like that. He does a lot. I got to thank Majula Say Speed Shop. I got to thank Extreme Rap Studios and Dana Burdick. I got to thank my Sim Sports team, which is Jason McMahon of Sim Sports. And I mean, I got to thank you guys once again because y'all put on an amazing broadcast. Cannot thank y'all enough.
Well, Jason, we certainly appreciate the kind words. You know, the fans and you guys is what Buckeye Racing Network is built upon. And again, big congratulations on the victory here tonight, and we'll let you celebrate it.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to bring to a close our interview portion of tonight. What an incredible event. Any closing statements from you tonight, Nathan?
Just what an absolute blast. Watch these guys put on a performance for not only Buckeye Racing Network, but for their league as well, and for the viewers here on YouTube. I mean, there wasn't 1 second that didn't have me on the edge of my seat watching this. These guys are fast, they're clean, and that's all I like to see when I watch my racing.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Short Track Rivals Racing gave us our big break when we started the Buckeye Racing Network, so it's always been a joy to be a part of their events. Upcoming for us here on the Buckeye Racing Network, looks like it'll be next Tuesday and Thursday night for the next round of the Short Track Rivals Racing 305 Sprint Division and Limited Late Model Division. So join us for those. We'll be live at right around 9 o'clock Eastern Time next Tuesday and Thursday nights. Again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We certainly appreciate each and every one of you here on the Buckeye Racing Network. But that's going to do it for us here tonight from the Lanier Speedway. For Nathan Bentley, I'm Tyler Bentley. Good night, everybody.